Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to Black in a Tesla. I'm here with my wife Alicia.
Hello, everybody.
I'm Michael, your bougie black brother, and today we wanted to talk about Sentry.
Yes,
Or,
definitely.
and this is what's crazy. We'll give you a quick background of that. Sentry is your security system, basically. But we didn't
For the
have
Tesla.
this for the Tesla. We didn't have this a couple of months ago. So with the over-the-air updates, what Tesla decided to do was access the cameras to say, hey, we'll start recording any activity around you.
And how many cameras is in the Tesla?
8.
It's 8 cameras.
8 cameras.
Right.
And so it's plenty of cameras to catch all of that from that. Or is it 6 cameras and something sensors? So it's a shitload of sensors, put it that way. But Sentry is the alarm system. And if you come close to the car, it shows up like this. So when you see this big old red button, that's what comes on. And on top of that, it plays loud music and it starts, the lights and stuff start blinking and everything from that if someone's trying to break in.
Exactly.
But if you get close enough and touch the car, the screen will show you Sentry alarm engaged
And
or Sentry
also
engaged.
give you a notification on your phone through
Hey,
the app.
It has been engaged or you have activity.
Yeah.
And it shows that. And then you'll be like, oh my God, okay. So that's the part of the alarm system. And you see a lot of YouTube people come up and they say, let's see how sensitive it is. And I noticed, depending on the car, some of them are more sensitive than others.
Yes.
Some of them are very sensitive. I see when people walk up, my Sentry shows up on the screen quickly. So it's really odd. It depends on the car.
Right, it does.
So that's a good thing that we did not have. Before it was you break in and like.
Well, I
That's
believe
all
what
it was.
really happened was the fact that there was a lot of incidents in California where cars were not only being broken in but keyed and some form of damage. We seen.
But the first thing was the break-ins.
Right,
Because
the
they would,
break-in.
if you notice, and I'll show you the quick picture, the back window. You see
yes.
that back window, they hit that back window and they actually try to get in from there, and then they flip the back seat, and that's how they get in. And, you know, if you keep your purse or personal items in the back, they can pull that down and go from that. So there was a lot of break-ins, and they were saying, hey, we need better security. So Tesla's like, okay. And all it is, once again, it's over the air.
Yeah,
so it's the OTR. Once again, they did that. But the one of the main things, and Leisha really talks to a lot more people than I do about that, is the actual USB-based camera activity that records 1, 2, 3, it's 4. It uses 4 of the cameras in the front, the 2 sides, and the back.
Right.
So it uses 4 cameras consistently and records.
So the thing is that you need the USB to record any activity that goes on around around the car. And for that to happen, you have to format that USB for it to work. So you have to have the USB connected. We have a little USB connector that holds about 3 USBs in here, and it's very easy to use. And so using that kind of helps you keep track. Just not only use it for that, but you can also put other stuff in. You can put your music in there if you want to, but it's just good to have the extra USB port. And what it does, once you plug it in, it stay active. So if you're driving, it'll record every time you're driving. You'll see. I know some people have already seen accidents or crazy people just driving by, side swiping people in their Tesla. There was an incident where a person peed on the car. People are keying people's car. All that's being recorded, and a lot of people don't really know it. You break in your car, that's being recorded. The bad thing is they're recording not only the people's face, but the tags of the car.
It's not a bad thing. So one of the good things, so this is what a lot of people don't understand. I'm going to show you, this is what it looked like on the screen. So when you see the screen, I'm showing you here, you see this little red dot? This little red dot says it's active. When you don't see the little red dot, that means it's not active or it's full. And there's supposed to be another update that says like a little red slash that says your USB is full. And then when you see that, then you know that your USB is full. It's time to download your stuff and then go from that. But once you see that blank circle, you know it's not there. But when that red dot comes back on, bam, you're good to go. So keep that in mind when you're out and about. And if you don't see that red dot and something's happening, you're not recording.
Right.
So
that's why I usually keep I usually format about 3 USB.
One active and 2 spares.
Yes, 2 spares. So if one acts up, he can always throw one in
and go from
there. Because I think that is awesome that you could record what's going on around your car or anything that happens on the highway as you're driving, because those things are it speak volume when somebody hits you and then they said it didn't hit you, and then you have camera footage to prove otherwise.
So here's a couple of footage of what it looks like. There's one sitting in the parking lot, and here's what it looks like just recording the front. People walking by, and that's what it looks like. Then here's one that we're on the road, and here's what the front looks like. And as you see it, we're running by and we're running it through, and here's a side view. So cars putting beside you and go from that. And like Alicia said, it was really phenomenal. There's people that sideswiped and kept going, but you hit that one, and then once they move in front of you, you catch their license plate and go from that. But this is phenomenal because there's no car that does that.
Exactly.
Right now, there's none that does that. Yeah. So when you think about that, and there's been people too, which I really like. Other accidents occurred. Yeah. And they say, hey, look, I got to record it. Yep. I'll send that to the police, or I'll send that and say, oh, I saw what happened. Yep. Here is the footage for that. Yep. So, I mean, that's exactly what's another thing why that it's awesome to have it, because of the fact that a lot of people are seeing other accidents happen, and because it's recorded on the Sentry, they're able to send it to the police so that person don't get, it's not blame on them. And we're seeing a lot of that. We have seen so much of that now. So it's great that Tesla has it. I think a lot of other cars eventually going to have to be thinking about doing that.
It's not going to be just EV. I think just ICE cars is going to do it as well, because it's something new.
Which is cool. There's cameras on all the newer cars, but they don't record. Right. That's the difference. Right. So, you see these commercials. Hey, there's a camera up top of us. Oh, here comes the alligators. Oh, my God, there's some alligators out there. And the camera's showing it. I'm like, really? Really? So what else? Well, you can see alligators outside your car or whatever's around that. I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. But to me, that's silliness. Unless you can use it outside. Otherwise, because I want to be able to record it. If I can record it and I can use it for what I need to, or I come up to my car like, whoa, what the hell just happened to my car? And you have it recorded.
Now there are USB that you actually can not only record, but you can plug it up to your phone
and see it right away.
Yeah. So they're a little bit expensive, but I think they're definitely beneficial if you're traveling long distance and you don't have your laptop with you and you don't want to bring a laptop just to plug it in.
Just to plug it off.
You could definitely plug it up to your phone and see it, and definitely have access to that kind of information right away.
It's a lot of footage. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it is a lot of footage.
It runs it all day long.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It runs it a lot.
I think that's the one thing that kind of like dislike about it, but anything triggers it. A flying bird, dust, a car way down there, they're down there, all the way down there, and if it's just sees it, it's going to record it.
So what I want to show you now is there are some exclusions. So if you look here, it says Sentry mode. It can be off or it's on. But look where it can exclude. It can exclude home, it can exclude work, and if you build a favorites list, it'll exclude those as well. So if you with your parents' home or whoever, and it's in a secure place, you can exclude those. So it's not sitting around trying to record or give you warnings or anything like that. So that's a good thing. So wanted to show y'all that to be sure. And then what I did show also is the security alarm that's kind of faded. It's automatically, as long as you put Sentry mode on, it's automatically. You can't cut that portion off and have some Sentry mode on. So that was Sentry, and like Alicia tell people, ain't nobody really gonna steal my car, because once you try to take the car, it's being tracked. I can look on my phone, and let me show you an example. Wherever my car is, that's the way it is. There it is right there. So no matter what, it's at home, boom, or it's going down the street, it'll go right to the map. There it is. It gives you up to date. So someone there, you just say, hey, look, somebody just stole my car. It looks like they headed toward Atlanta. Just let you know, officer, if you follow them down this road, that's where they are.
Yep.
I'll wait to get my car back, and you're good.
Yep.
This is an amazing car. It's a tech company that made cars, and it's constantly being updated all the time. But I feel good. This security function is something we never had in any of the cars that we had.
Exactly, that is true.
So, that's all we got.
Yeah, it's definitely all.
We wanted to give you that because there's a lot of people that said, I heard that y'all take pictures. No, I don't take pictures, I take video.
Yeah, it takes video.
So, I'm getting videos. So, we wanted to make sure we kind of walk you through and walk people through to say, here's another additional reason why you should get this car as opposed to an EV car.
Right.
That's why we're black in a Tesla. So, just to let you know.
Yes.
But see us every Tuesday or Thursday, depends on what feeling we are. It's weekly right now. We just things that people walk up to us and, hey, what's going on? And if it gets continuous, Alicia and I just want to talk about it. We got a lot of other different subjects that we wanted to talk about, but his was something that
really
was kind of new,
yeah.
And it was really fascinating when I started researching and seeing who else is moving toward it in this way as well.
Definitely.
But Black and a Tesla, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and
YouTube.
Black and a Tesla YouTube.
Yep. Channel, YouTube channel. So like us.
And
if you haven't
subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hey, because I'm telling you, we're going to be coming up with some things. I got a couple of more accessories that's out there. Not sure how much more we're going to do, because if we get another Tesla, then I got to start all over again. But that's a different... that's a whole different story.
That's a different story.
But that's it. But thank you very much for stopping by. Black and a Tesla, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.